Good evening, all of you. How are you all? Hello. Okay. So, in the last class, we have started the quadratic equations, right? So, and today in the last class, let me tell you what we have done. We have done the middle term splitting of how to solve a quadratic equation by middle term splitting, and we have done that completing the square method. And one more thing we have done, that is quadratic formula. These are the three things which we have started in the last class, and how to solve the quadratic equation by using these formulas. So let us start with the question. I am giving you one question. You have to solve it by any method. It's a word problem. Solve it either by middle term splitting or by completing the square or by quadratic formula. So note down this question. The question says, the altitude of right triangle is 7 centimeter less than the base. If hypotenuse is 13 centimeter, find other two sides. So it says there is a right angle triangle. In that right angle triangle, we have the altitude, which we say the perpendicular is 7 centimeter less than the base, and the hypotenuse of that right angle triangle is 13 centimeter. So using this data, you have to figure out the other two sides of the triangle. And the concept which you have to use over here is the Pythagoras theorem, because since it's a right angle triangle. Churchandpur center. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, it's sufficient. I have heard. Yes, 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 yes. Enough, enough. Okay, okay, okay. Hi, Mr. Ashish, how are you? Anybody got the answer? From the Shillong Center? Hypotenuse is given to you. You just have to relate the base and the perpendicular, and then apply the Pythagoras theorem. Senapati Center. Anybody got the answer? Good evening, St. Joseph College. So for the St. Joseph College, we have started this chapter in the last class. So it is in the continuation, the quartic equation. Anybody from the Shillong Center got the answer? If you got, please raise your hand. I can see all of you. Five and 12, Senapati. That's right. From the Senapati College, 5 and 12 are the sides. These are the remaining sides, apart from the hypotenuse, which is 13. Okay, now let me solve it. The right angle triangle. So let us draw a right angle triangle. This is the right angle triangle. Altitude is 7 centimeter less than the base. So let's say if we take the base as x, this is 90 degree, so this is base as x, and altitude is 7 centimeter less. So this will be x minus 7, right? Hypotenuse is given already 13. This is 13 given. So these are the sides of the right angle triangle. Now we know in right angle triangle all the three sides are related by the Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So it means by the Pythagoras theorem we can write 13 square is equal to x square plus x minus 7 whole square. This will be 169 is equal to x square plus x minus 7 whole square is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Now if you solve this one, this will become 2x square minus 14x. Now from 169 will come on the right hand side, and 49 minus 169, that will become 120. So minus 120 equal to 0. Now you can divide the complete equation by 2. Because 2 is a common factor, we can simplify this equation and then we can use the middle term splitting or whatever method we want to use. So if we divide the equation by 2, it will become x square minus 7x minus 60. Now we want we have to divide this minus 7 into two parts such that those two parts, sum of those two parts should be negative 7 and product should be negative 60. So directly we can see the 60 can be factorized into two numbers, 12 and 5. 12 and 5 will give you 7 and 12 into 5 will give you 60. Now talking about the signs, we want minus 7 over here. It means our 12 should be negative and 5 should be positive. Then only on adding it will give you negative 7 and multiplying will give you negative 60. So we can write like this. So x, taking x as common, so x into x minus 12 plus 5 times x minus 12. Now again taking x minus 12 as common. Now we can see that two values we will get, x is equal to 12 and minus 5. Now we have to figure out which one we have to take. Since x represents the side over here, so minus can't be the answer. So we will reject this minus 5, we will accept this 12. So it means the base is 12, this value, this is coming out to be 12, and if this is 12, it means 12 minus 7, my perpendicular or the altitude will be 5. So 12 and 5 are the other two sides of the right angle triangle. Is that clear to all of you? Shillong Center, raise your hand if it is clear. Okay, that's cool. From the Senapati Center and St. Joseph and Churchandpur. Okay, that's great. So now let me give you another one. It's not a word problem, it's a direct question based on the quadratic equation. X minus 1 upon x is equal to 3, where x is not equal to 0. So you have to find the value for x in this one. Now what we have to do in these types of question, you can see that this equation is not in the standard quadratic form. So first of all, your target is to convert this equation into standard quadratic equation. After that, use any method which you want to use, factorization, quadratic formula, completing the square, anything. So first of all, convert this equation into standard quadratic equation by taking LCM, whatever you think it should be right. And in solving quadratic equation, if you are not getting it by middle term splitting, always go for quadratic formula. That will always give you the answer. Okay, second question is, let me write it once again in a extended form. It is 1 upon x plus 4 minus 1 upon x minus 7 is equal to 11 upon 30. Okay, hi, good evening, Presidency College. So we have just started for the Presidency College. These are the two equations, quadratic equations these are, but not in the standard form. So first you need to convert it into standard form, and then you have to find the value for x. St. Joseph College, are you getting this, like, because today is your first class, I guess? Senapati, your answer is looks like it's 80% correct, not the correct one. And Shillong Center, you have written 1 and 2 for question number 1. No. Okay, let me help you in converting this into standard quadratic equation, and then you can solve it, right? So what we have to do, this is x minus 1 upon x is equal to 3. So first of all, we need to take the LCM. So this is, we can take this one as 1 over here. So LCM is x. 1 times x, that will be x square minus 1 is equal to 3. By taking LCM, we can write like this. Now do the cross multiplication. So x square minus 1 is equal to 3x, and take this 3x on the left hand side. So x square minus 3x minus 1 equal to 0. This is your standard quadratic equation, x square minus 3x minus 1. Now we know that this one can't be solved by middle term splitting because we don't have any numbers whose product is -1 and sum is -3. So what we have to do, you can use the quadratic formula over here. And let me remind you, the quadratic formula is x is equal to minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. So you just have to substitute the values over here, and here you can see that a is 1, b is -3, and c is also -1. Now just substitute the values of a, b, c in this formula and then simplify, and let your answer be in root. Uh, 3 plus root 5 over 2, Senapati. 3 and 2 are correct, but it will not be root 5. Check your solution once again. Now it's right, Senapati. If you substitute the values, so b is -3, so it will be minus of -3, that will become only +3, under root of b square minus 3 square is 9, minus 4, a is 1, and c is -1 over 2 times 1. So this minus and minus will become plus, so it will become 9 plus 4, which is 13. So 3 plus minus root 13 over 2. That is the final answer. So one answer is 3 plus root 13 over 2, and second answer is 3 minus root 13 over 2. Now those who have done the first one, try the second one. First of all, convert this into standard quadratic equation, simplify it, and then use either the quadratic formula or the middle term splitting. And let me tell you, the answer for this one is coming out to be integer. So no fraction, it is integer. No, Senapati, that's not right. Churchandpur, that's right. Shillong students, have you done this question? Question number 2. Anybody? Okay, I'm solving this question. First of all, what we have to do, we have to add the fractions. Now to add the fraction, the denominator should be same in both of them. Here the denominator is different. So what we can do, we can multiply or we can take the LCM. So how to add these fraction? Here it is x plus 4, here it is x minus 7. So we can multiply the first fraction, multiply and divide the first fraction by x plus 7 and x minus 7 and x minus 7, and the second fraction by x plus 4 and x plus 4. So we can take the LCM, it will be like this, x plus 4 times x minus 7. X plus 4 will cancel out this one x minus 7 times, so it will be x minus 7 over here minus x plus 4 over here. That is equal to 11 by 30. This is the first step. We have taken the LCM. Shillong student, is this clear to all of you? This step which I have done? Raise your hand if it is clear. The two students sitting in the second row, is it not clear? Okay. Let me write it once again. See how to add fractions. Suppose, let me give you one example. If we have 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3, if we have to add these two, now what you will do, you can see the denominator are different in both of them, right? So first take the LCM. So instead of saying LCM, we will make the denominator same. What is the product of the denominator? Product of the denominator is 2 into 3, which is 6. So what I will do, I will try to make both the denominator as 6. So in order to convert 2 into 6, what I will do, I will multiply this by 3 and multiply and divide this fraction by 3 and 3. So it will not change the value, it will remain as it is. Similarly, on the right hand side, I will multiply by 2. So now you can see this will become 3 over 6 plus this will become 2 over 6. So in this way, I have made the denominator same. Now after making the denominator same, you can simply add the numerator. So this will be 3 plus 2, which is 5 over 6. So this is the way in which we can add two fraction. In the same way, here in this question, we have the algebraic expression. 1 upon x plus 4 and 1 upon x minus 7. So what you can do, first write like this, 1 upon x plus 4 minus 1 over x minus 7. Now see, just find the product of the denominator. In the product of the denominator, we have x plus 4 into x minus 7. So what I will do, I will multiply and divide the first left hand side fraction by x minus 7. So I will do like this, x minus 7 multiplication and division, x minus 7 like this. Similarly, in this one, I will multiply and divide by x plus 4. So now you can see this left hand side will become x minus 7 over x minus 7 into x plus 4, and the right side will become x plus 4 over x plus 4 into x minus 7. Now you can see that both the fractions, the denominator for both the fraction is same. Is this clear to both of you? Okay, that's cool. Now if the denominator is same for both of them, so now you can simply add or subtract numerator. So I will make it as a common denominator now, x minus 7, x plus 4. So this x minus 7 as it is, minus of this x minus 4. Now make sure it is minus of x plus 4. So when we will open the bracket, it will become minus x and minus 4. And this is equal to 11 by 30, which is given in the question. I hope this is clear till now. Is it? Okay. Now you can cancel out. You can see this x can be cancelled out. So minus 7 and minus 4, it will become minus 11 over x minus 7 into x plus 4 is equal to 11 over 30. Now this 11 and 11 will also cancelled out from both the side. So here minus 1 will remain. So now only what we have to do, we just have to do cross multiplication. So 30 will get multiplied with this one. So this will become minus 30 is equal to x minus 7 into x plus 4. This is the equation. Now we will multiply these two brackets, x minus 7 into x plus 4. So this will become x square plus 4x minus 7 minus 28 and minus 30 over here. Now again on rearranging the terms, x square 4 minus 7 minus 3x, and this 30 will go on the right hand side. This will become plus 30. So 30 minus 28, that will become 2, and this is equal to 0. So is this process clear, Shillong Center? Okay, very good. So now just use the middle term splitting. This can be solved by middle term splitting, and rest of the center, Churchandpur, Senapati. Senapati, is this clear? Very good. And Presidency College? Not getting any response from your side? One or three? Shillong Center, your answer is correct. Senapati, how it is 1 or 3? See, we will do the middle term splitting. We have to see that minus 3 should be divided into 2 parts, so that product should be 2 and sum should be minus 3. So those numbers are minus 2 and minus 1. So we'll write it like this, x square minus 2x minus x plus 2 equal to 0. Taking x as common, x minus 2 minus 1, x minus 2. So factors are x minus 1 and x minus 2 equal to 0. So these are the factors, x minus 1 and x minus 2. So numbers are coming out to be x is equal to 1 and 2. These are the final answer. Now it's right, Senapati. So I hope this is clear to all of you. Okay. Now one word problem. Try this. The sum of the reciprocals of A age (3 years ago) and 5 years from now is 1/3. Find his present age. There is a person A, his age 3 years ago and his age 5 years from now. The sum of the reciprocal of those two ages is 1/3. So first of all, you have to make the equation over here and then you have to solve the equation. Shillong Center, try to make the equation. That is the main thing. After this equation, you can solve it. But first thing is, try to make the equation. How the equation will be. And any of the center, if you are facing difficulty in framing the equation, let me know. Sum of the reciprocal of A's age 3 years ago and 5 years from now. That's right, Senapati, you have made the correct equation. Now just solve it. That's right, Churchandpur Center. The answer is correct. Shillong Center, are you getting it? How to frame the equation? Yes, Senapati, the answer is correct. Shillong Center, second row. Are you getting how to frame the equation? you can take the age of the person, the present age of the person as X. Now age 3 years ago, age will be X minus 3, and 5 years from now age will be X plus 5, and the sum of the reciprocal of these two is 1 by 3. Reciprocal means 1 over X minus 3 plus 1 over X plus 5, that is coming out to be 1 by 3. This is given in the question. No, Shillong Center, the answer is not right. Now just solve this equation in the same way we have done the previous one. And those who have done this question, we have second question for you. This is the second question. Diagonal of a rectangle is 60 meter more than shorter side. Longer side is 30 meter more than the shorter side. Find the sides of the rectangle. Those who have done the first one, you can try this one. So, Shillong Center, in the question number 1, are you getting how I have framed the equation? Raise your hand if you are getting the equation framing. Okay, so only the solving part is there, right? Only the solving part is there. So again, the same thing, how we have to solve. This is, we have to take the common denominator, like we have done in the previous question, like here. This is the previous question. What we have done over here, we have multiplied like this. Whatever is the fraction on the right hand side of the denominator, we have multiplied by the left hand side of the numerator and denominator. So same thing we have to do over here. This is x minus 3 over here and x plus 5 over here. So what I will do to make the denominator same, I will multiply this by x minus 3 over here, x plus 5 in the numerator and denominator. And in the same way, here I will multiply by x minus 3 in the numerator and denominator. So now you can see the denominator for both the fraction is same. Now if the denominator is same, you can simply add the numerator. And if you simply add, I am writing over here on the top, if you simply add the numerator, this will become x plus 5 plus x minus 3. So x plus x, that will become 2x, and plus 5 minus 3, that will become plus 2, over x minus 3 into x plus 5, and that is equal to 1 by 3. Now you can do the cross multiplication. So when you do the cross multiplication, 3 get multiplied with this 2x plus 2. So it will be 3 into 2x, which will become 6x plus 6 is equal to, multiplying these two values, this will become x square plus 5x minus 3x plus 2x minus 15. This will be the equation. 6x plus 6 is equal to x square plus 2x minus 15. Now if you convert this into standard form, the standard form would be x square plus 2x and minus 6x, that will be minus 4x, and minus 15 minus 6 minus 21, that is equal to 0. This is finally the standard form of the quadratic equation, x square minus 4x minus 21 equal to 0. Is this clear how I have converted into quadratic equation now? Shillong Center, is this clear now? Minus 7 and minus 3 you are getting, and you know minus 3 can't be the answer because h can't be negative, so it means 7 is the final answer. Is this clear? Raise your hand if this is clear. The two students in the second row, is it clear or not? No? Which step? Just show me your fingers, like by raising your hand. Which step? Step number 2 or 3? Oh, how I got 2 and minus 15? See, this is, let me remove this part. So this was the equation after adding. When we have cross multiplied, this has become 2x plus 2 into 3, 2x into 3, that will be 6x, 2 into 3, that will be 6, and x minus 3 into x plus 5. I have multiplied these two brackets, x minus 3 into x plus 5. When we multiply x minus 3 into x plus 5, see on the left side, this is x minus 3 into x plus 5. We have to multiply. So first x multiplied by x, that will become x square. X multiplied by 5, that will become 5x. Then minus 3 multiplied by x, minus 3x. And minus 3 multiplied by 5, that is minus 15. So x square, 5x minus 3x is 2x, and minus 15. Multiplying the binomials. Is this clear now? Oh, that's cool. See, you need to practice a lot. Senapati, the answer which you are giving, the answer is integer, not in the form of radicals for the second question. The answers are integer. Churchandpur, what's your answer for question 2? Again, it is the same type of question. You have to apply the Pythagoras theorem in this one. Like we have done the first question, the right angle triangle type, it is the same type. Okay, solve it. And Presidency College, what about you? Are you solving today? No response from your side today. From the Shillong Center, I guess you should sit on the computer table. You are coming and going, coming and going. Take your notebook and sit on the computer table. That would be great for you. No, the answer is not right. Shillong Center. Senapati Center, the answer you have given, that's right. Now, based on this answer, tell me the sides of the rectangle. One side is this one which you have given, another side is Now the answer is right, Senapati. Shillong Center, you can make the equation like this. It says diagonal of a rectangle is 60 more than the shorter side. Let's say this is my rectangle, shorter side is x. So this is my diagonal. So diagonal will be x plus 60. Longer side is 30 more than the shorter side. So if this is x, longer side is 30 more. So it will be x plus 30. And now, you know, in a rectangle, we have the angle is 90 degree. So apply the Pythagoras theorem in these. Hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So your equation would be x plus 60 whole square, that is equal to x plus 30 whole square plus x square. Now just solve this equation and tell me the value for x. That's it you have to do. Now this time take care in solving part. So I'm creating a next page, just draw this diagram and note it down. No, I'm saying diagonal is 60 meter more than shorter side, more. Senapati College. Diagonal is 60 meter more. That's why I'm writing x plus 60. You can see the statement, 60 meter more it is. And now the next question. Yes, Churchandpur. Answer is, you are saying answer is 90 and 30, but 90 is the correct answer and the other side will be 90 plus 30, which is 120. Yeah, diagonal is 150, that's right, but we have to find the sides. So sides will be, since if you solve it, x will be 90, this side will be 120 and diagonal will be 150. Shillong Center, are you able to solve this equation? Are you getting x equal to 90? Second bench in the Shillong Center. Are you getting it? You can take the help from your friend. And those who have done this one, try this. It's a very good question based on speed, time and distance. A train travels 360 km at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 5 km per hour more, it would have taken 1 hour less for the same journey. Find the speed of the train. So there is a constant distance in which the train is traveling. If we increase the speed of the train, time taken is less. So if the speed is increased by 5 km per hour, time for the same journey decreased by 1 hour. Frame the equation and then find the speed of the train. No, Churchandpur, answer is not right. Okay, I'm writing the equation. So equation is like, first of all you should know that what is the relationship between speed, time and distance. The equation for speed, time and distance is given by time is equal to distance upon speed. Now the distance in this question is 360 kilometer for both the cases, when the speed is more and the speed is less. Let's say original speed is x kilometer per hour, right? And distance is 360 kilometer. So time taken to cover 360 kilometer at a speed of x kilometer per hour is, let's say t1. Time is distance upon speed, that is this much of r. Now second case, if the speed had been 5 kilometer per hour more, if our new speed is 5 kilometer per hour more, it means new speed is x plus 5 kilometer per hour. Distance is still the same, 360 kilometer. This time our time would be distance upon speed. Now as you can see, if the distance is same and speed is getting increased, time will get reduced. So it means this time t2 is 1 hour less than the time t1. So it means the difference of these two time, t1 and t2, t1 minus t2, this is of 1 hour. So it means 360 over x minus 360 over x plus 5, that is coming out to be 1. This is the difference of the time. So what we have done, we have found the time in both the cases, and it is given that the time taken by in the second case is 1 hour less than the previous one. So the difference of the time is 1. So I have just written the time in the form of distance upon speed. So is the formation of equation clear to all of you? For Senapati, Churchandpur, Shillong, all of you? Okay, that's right. And Senapati, what about you? So start solving now and take care of the calculation part. It's a easy equation. We have solved so many equations till now. Now don't do any mistake in this one. Try to give the correct answer in the first attempt. No, it's not 9. Yes, same method. You have to take the LCM, Senapati College. And 9 is not the correct answer. Always whenever you are solving any fraction, if you see the denominators are different, always first step should be LCM. It's too hot in Delhi today. No, Senapati, the answer is integer. Not a very difficult, typical problem. Yes, Churchandpur. You got the correct answer. Shillong Center, what you are doing? I have framed the equation for you. Now solve it fast. Next question, those who have done. No, Senapati, 60 is not the correct answer. What a complex answer you have given, Shillong Center. 31.3 and 21.3 divided by 2. No, it's only a integer, a two-digit integer. Try it, you can do it. We have done so many questions like this one. Take the help of the previous questions. No, Senapati, that's not. This is one of the. 40 is the correct answer, Senapati. After so many attempts, you got the correct answer. 40 is correct. Shillong Center, 40 is the answer. Now try to figure out. What is the answer now? Shillong Center, you have to do it on your own. Try it. Rest of the center have given the answer 40. Now it's a challenge for you. This time, Churchandpur, take 2 minutes extra. Try to form the equation yourself. sum of area of two squares is 468. There are two squares. Area of a square, I hope all of you know side square. Difference of their perimeter is 24. Perimeter of a square is 4 into side. You can take the side of the square, first square you can take side as x. For the second square take side as y. There will be two equation and then by substituting convert it into single equation. Like if I take the two squares, this is my first square, this is my second square, right? So what I will do, let's say my first square, side of my first square is x, side of my second square is y. Now it says sum of area of two squares is 468. Area of a square is nothing but side square. So it will be x square plus y square, that is equal to 468. This is my first equation. Second, it says difference of their perimeter is 24. Difference of the perimeter, let's say I have taken x is greater than y. It means the perimeter of x is greater than y. So perimeter of first square is 4x minus 4y, that is equal to 24. This is my second equation. No, Senapati, this is not the right answer. So this is my first equation, this is my second equation. Now by substitution, substitute the value of y from the second equation into the first equation and solve it the complete equation in terms of x. This is the thing you have to do. He left Shillong Center. Now who will write the comment? You can do, Senapati. That's right. Okay, let me solve this equation for all of you. So x square plus y square is equal to 468, 4x minus 4y is equal to 24. So from the second equation you can see we can write x minus y is equal to 6, dividing the complete equation by 4. Now from here we can say x is equal to 6 plus y. Now put this x is equal to 6 plus y in the first equation. So 6 plus y whole square in place of x. I have written like this. Now open it by a plus b whole square. A square plus b square plus 2ab plus y square is equal to 468. Y square plus y square will become 2y square plus 12y, and 468 will come on the left hand side. So 468 minus 36, that will be 432, the negative 432. Dividing the complete equation by 2, we will get y square plus 6y minus 216 is equal to 0. Now we can factorize this one. This can be done by middle term splitting also. This y square plus 6y minus 216. So this can be factorized by 18 and 12, because 216 can be written as 18 into 12, and plus 6 we will get when we will subtract, we will take minus 12. 18 minus 12 is 6, and 18 into negative 12 is negative 216. So we can write this thing as y square plus 18y minus 12y minus 216 equal to 0. So y times of y plus 18 minus 12 times of y plus 18 is equal to 0. So y minus 12 into y plus 18. So y is equal to 12 or minus 18. Now we know that the answer can't be negative because y is nothing but the representing the side. So minus 18 can't be the answer. So only answer is 12. So if y is equal to 12, this is the side of the you can say 1 square. So from here, if you put y is equal to 12 in this equation, we will get x is equal to 12 plus 6, which is 18. So one of the side is 18 and one of the side is 12. That is the final answer. This is the question. I hope this is clear to all of you. Shillong Center. Oh, that's great. You have to practice a lot. Are you studying at home after the classes? Shillong Center, how many raise your hand if you are studying for at least 1 hour mathematics every day? Only one student is studying for at least 1 hour. Okay, at least 10 minutes. At least 10 minutes you are studying. Is there anyone who opens book only on Tuesday and Saturday? This is not going to help you in the 10th board. Opening book only on Tuesday and Saturday. This is acceptable up to 9th class. But in the 10th class, you know it is board. You have to open your mathematics book every day. It's not that easy. It is easy, but if you open the book only on Tuesday and Saturday, then it will create problem. And Churchandpur Center, what about you? Are all of you opening book only on Tuesday and Saturday or every day? And Senapati students also? How many are there who are opening book only on Saturday and Tuesday? हर रोज. You understand Hindi language? Churchandpur Center. Only twice in a week from Senapati. Good going. That's great if you're opening book every day, but those who are opening book only twice a week, change your habit. At least, at least uh, 4 days a week you can study mathematics. That I should suggest you. Churchandpur Center. My name is Ankit and I am from Delhi. Right now I am sitting in Delhi. I am teaching you from the Delhi. हर रोज नहीं पर कभी कभी जब बोर लगता है. Okay. And in the Shillong Center, do you understand Hindi language? A little bit of Hindi? Oh, most of you understand Hindi language. तो बेटा रोज पढ़ाई करा करो. मैथ्स की बुक दिन हफ्ते में 2 बार से नहीं होगा. Okay, let's move on to our topic. So this was all about the solving word problems. Today we have solved different types of word problems, right? And based by the quadratic formula or by Middleton splitting. One section is left in this one, that is called the nature of the roots. It is a very small topic. Note down this heading, nature of roots of the quadratic equation. So suppose if we have a quadratic equation, no, we have time, Shillong Center, I understand. We have time. We still have 20 minutes left. Don't worry. Okay, so if the equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, right? And by the quadratic formula, x is equal to minus b plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. This is the quadratic formula. Okay, you want 5-minute break? Okay, this is the symbol for break, right? Okay, I thought you are giving me and the time is about to over. Okay, I got it. So break for 5 minutes. Okay, shall we start? Okay. All of you, Senapati, Churchandpur, shall we start? Your break is over. Okay. So, the thing is, this is the quadratic equation and this is the quadratic formula. X is equal to minus b. Mr. Ashish, where are the other students? Call them. I can see there is only one student. So, Mr. Ashish, should I start? Okay. So, this is x is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac. The term inside the square root which you can see, only this term, b square minus 4ac, this is called discriminant, discriminant, and it is noted by capital D, that is equal to b square minus 4ac. So why this is called the discriminant? Because it discriminates between the roots of the quadratic equation, whether the roots are real, not real, equal or different. It gives us the value of the, not the value of the root, the nature of the root it will tell you about. So after calculating D by using b square minus 4ac, what we have to do, if three cases are there, if D comes out to be positive, greater than 0, we will say the roots of the equation are real and distinct. If D is equal to 0, we will say roots are real and equal. And if D is less than 0, we will say no real roots. So by finding the D of the equation, not by actually solving it, we can predict whether the roots are real, not real, equal or distinct. Distinct means different. So let me tell you one example that it will be clear to you from the example. Like suppose if we have the equation x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. This is your equation. Now if I ask you, one way is to solve the equation and by finding the roots you can say, okay, what I have done for the Senapati College, there are three cases. The value of D is b square minus 4ac. If you find the value for D, okay, you cannot see me. A Senapati student can't see me. Okay. I'm saying that if D, okay, that's cool. If D is greater than 0, the value of D is B square minus 4AC. If D is greater than 0, then the roots are real and distinct. Distinct means different. If the D of the equation is equal to 0, roots are real and equal. And if D is less than 0, there will be no real roots, which we will say imaginary roots. Suppose if we have an equation x square plus 5x plus 6, without solving we have to predict whether the roots will be real, equal or different. So what I will do, I will just calculate the D. D is given by B square minus 4AC, and we know the B is nothing but the coefficient of x, which is 5, and C is 6, and A is the coefficient of x square, which is 1. So if I put it over here, what I will do, B square 5 square minus 4 AC. So 5 square is 25, 25 minus 24, that is 1. So we are getting D as 1. If D is equal to 1, it means D is positive. Now if D is positive, we will go for the first case, that the whatever will be the roots of this equation, that will be real and distinct. And if you solve this equation by quadratic formula or by middle term splitting by any way, you will get the answer for x values as minus 3 and minus 2. So you can see minus 3 and minus 2 are real number, as well as minus 3 and minus 2 are different number also. So without solving we can predict discriminant is denoted by capital D, and this is equal to B square minus 4AC. The use of this discriminant is only to discriminate between the roots of the equation, to figure out whether the roots are equal or different, real or imaginary, without solving the quadratic equation. Like I have taken the quadratic equation as this one, x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. So what I will do, without solving the equation, first I will calculate the discriminant, which is D, given by B square minus 4AC. B is the coefficient of x, C is the constant term, and A is the leading coefficient, which is 1. So if I put all these values in B square minus 4AC, I will get it is equal to 1. So you can say that D is greater than 0. Since it is 1, it means greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, so according to the first case, the roots will be real and distinct it will be. So it means if you are going to solve this quadratic equation, the values of x which you will get, that two values will be different, as well as they will be real number. Like minus 3 and minus 2 are the different numbers and the real number also. This is the way in which you can predict the roots, whether they will be real or equal, different or imaginary. Is this question clear? Shillong Center. Only what you have to do, you just have to put the values of BAC in this value of D. Then you will predict whether if it is greater than 0, less than 0 or equal to 0. We will solve some more questions on this one. Right now our time is about to over. In the next class, we will start with this discriminant. I have just introduced you what is that. Homework for you is that you have to go through this theory once again, solve all the questions in your book based on the quadratic equation, and in the next class we will focus on the questions of this one. Senapati Center, are you getting this? Oh, quiz. A typical quiz is there. One question, one puzzle question. Yes, all the questions in the book. Now you can try all the questions in your book before the next class. So if you have any doubt, we will discuss those doubts. Otherwise, we will start with this discriminant part. Some questions we will do, and then we will switch to the next chapter. Yes, for all the exercise. It will be a practice. We have today Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 2 days you have. You can do the questions. Puzzle is, all of you note down the puzzle. Next class is on Tuesday. So it's a good puzzle. Note it down in your notebook. There is a person. He has some flowers with him. And in between there is a magic water. And there are 3 houses, A, B and C. So what does the magic water does? Initially the person has some flower with him. What he will do, he has to distribute those flowers in these 3 houses. And before distributing those flowers, he has to wash those flowers. Whenever he washed those flowers in this magic water doubles the flower. Like suppose if he has 10 flowers, after washing they will become 20. If he has 15 flowers, they will become 30. It will get double, right? So what he will do, first he will wash those flowers, it will get double, and then he will give some flowers to house A. Let's say he is giving some flowers to house A, and whatever is the remaining number of flower, again he will wash those flowers, again it will get double, and then again he will give some flower to house B. Similarly, again he will wash the remaining flowers, again it will get double, and in the end he will give all the flowers to house C. In the end he would be left with nothing. He has nothing. उसके पास कुछ भी flower नहीं बचेंगे. So the number of flowers in all the 3 houses are same. Let's say X, X and X. Number of flowers in all the 3 houses are same. He has nothing left with him in the end. So you have to figure out what is the minimum number of flowers he has started with. Initially, how many minimum number of flower he was having to satisfy this condition? Are you getting the puzzle, all of you? No, Churchandpur, that's not easy one. You can see, every time, no, I will not give you the hint. You have to solve it, and in the next class I will solve the puzzle. First of all, try. I am explaining once again. Initially he has some, no, I will not give any number, no, nothing. Initially he has some flowers with him. He washes those flowers, they get double. He gives some flower to house A. Again he washes the remaining flower, they got double. He gives same flower to house B. Again he washes those flowers, they get double, and in the end he gives all the flowers to house C. Nothing is left in the end, right? So and the number of flowers in all the 3 houses are same. So you have to figure out what is the minimum number of flowers he has started with. Shillong Center, you got the question? Okay. तो इसका solve करना अब देखते हैं how many. No, it's not 22, Churchandpur. Have patience. No, it's not very hard. It is based on the, okay, hint is, it is based on the linear equation. So try to make the, no. I will not, neither it is 6, neither it is 12, neither it is 1. It is not 1. In the end, he has nothing left. That you have to keep in mind. Okay, so we will discuss. Zero नहीं, he has some flowers. क्या कुछ तो flower थे starting में. Zero कैसे होंगे? So in the next class we will discuss. Okay, till then, bye.